Students, today we started chapter 4 from civics portion. Okay, so the chapter is the making of law. So in previous chapter we already learned about the function of parliament. Okay, so the one of the most important function of parliament is that law making. Okay, so we learn in this chapter about the law making and their procedure briefly. Okay, so in ancient India there were many overlapping local law and different communities enjoy different degree of autonomy in administrating them. Okay, so these law. So after independence, the constitution served the foundation on which the member of the parliament make law for the country. Okay, so let's be study how the law come into existence. So our parliament make law for the whole country, not for anyone or for any group of individuals. They can make for whole country. So it is the supreme law making body in the country, we can say that. So it has the power to legislate of all the subject that are under the jurisdictions of the central government and can enact a new law or changes the existing one. Okay, so there are two types of bill for making law are proposed. That means one is ordinary bill and second one is money bill. Okay, so ordinary bill means the bill other than money bills. Okay, that means these bill can be introduced in any house of the parliament and they can be introduced by either a minister of the government or any other private member of a house. That means it was ordinary, that means anyone member of the parliament or a house of the parliament can introduce this type of bill. Okay, so every ordinary bill that is introduced has to be go through the some readings, some procedures in the each houses. Okay, so these are the sequence wise 3 readings for the ordinary bills. First one is first reading. Okay, so in first reading at this stage the considered minister or a private member ask for the permission for house to introduce a bill. Those member who wanted to introduce a bill get permission for it. Okay, and there is no debate at this stage, because this is just for present their proposal. So that and that place there was no debate can be done. Okay, so the copies of the bill are given to all the members and the minister or any member who introduced the bill give a general speech explaining the purpose of the bill. That means he can explain their bill and some contents and matter of their bill. Okay, after it the second reading, so at that stage, first of all a general discussion is held. Okay, because the copies of the bill is to be passed for every member or every department. Okay, so they can read it and they can express their view about the bill. Okay, and then a clause by clause discussion take place. So the member who support the bill explain why the bill is important and necessary, and the member who oppose it criticizes the bill. Okay, so in this way, in this bill, in second stage there are some separation of the members in favor of the bill or in against of the bill. Okay, now the third reading. So in third stage the bill is moved for the final approval. So the bill was whole in a final discussion and put to vote, and if the majority of MPs, that means member of parliament, are in its favor, then the bill is passed. Okay, suppose if 500 members are present in the houses, okay, and the 251 members are in favor and 249 are in against, that means just a difference of one member, so the bill is said to have been passed by a simple majority. Okay, that means the voting system is started for passing the bill, and in which side, that means in favor or against of the bill, which side have more members, then the bill is passed, or if in against side members, more and more members are against the bill, then it would be rejected. Okay, so when both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha pass the bill, then it is sent to the president for his and her signature. Okay, and after the signature of the president, the bill is to be converted in a law. Okay, so this was the procedure of ordinary bill. Okay, then money bill. Second type of bill is money bill. So in any bill related to income or expenditure, it is called money bill. Okay, that means it considered as a money, in term of money. So a money bill is introduced in the Lok Sabha and it cannot be introduced in the Rajya Sabha. Okay, and when it is passed in the Lok Sabha, it is sent to the Rajya Sabha. So a money bill cannot be introduced without the consent of the President of India. When the money bill is passed in the Lok Sabha, it is sent to the Rajya Sabha for the recommendation, and it is a mandatory for the Rajya Sabha to return the bill with its recommendation within 14 days from the date of the receipt. That means when the bill is sent to for the President or for the Rajya Sabha from Lok Sabha for recommendation, from that day, after 14 days, they want to recommend it. Okay, so if it does not to do, then the bill is considered to be passed by both the houses and the bill is sent for the president for assent. Okay, so remarkably, whether a bill is a money bill or not, it is decided by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Okay, so this was the procedure of money bill. In money bill, there is no arguments or no debate. Any type of debate can be considered by the member of the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Okay, then the amendment of the constitution, that means how the constitution is to be settled. Okay, so we know that the parliament can amend the constitution. So the bill to amend it to make changes in the constitution require a special majority of a parliament. Okay, suppose we make that our we know that our constitution have many law. Okay, from 1950 when our constitution is made, when we add or implement new law, so it is necessary to change it or to add it in our constitution. Okay, so this changes or this addition is done by special majority in a parliament. So generally, to make changes in the constitution, there are 2/3 majority of a parliament is necessary. Okay, so the change, when we do some changes or some addition in constitution, it is known as amendment of the constitution. Okay, so we know that the law are making from of the two types of bill, ordinary bills or money bills. Okay, so why these law, the question is arise that why these law are made, and is it for all? Yes, the laws are for all. We already learned in this chapter that government or a parliament make law for everyone. Okay, for a whole country, not for any individual or for any group of individual. So according to our constitution, there should be no arbitrary exercise of power in independent India. Okay, so the all person in independent India are equal before the law. This was also our fundamental right. Okay, so the law cannot discriminate between person on the basis of their religion, caste, gender, etc. Okay, so this is all law will apply equally to all citizens of the country. No one can be above the law. That means all citizens, all peoples are equal before the law. Okay, so the parliament make law according to the need and demand of the peoples. When the new law are implemented, then it would be implemented when it was demanded or required by the peoples. Okay, so the role of the citizen in curricle in helping of parliament in framing different concern of the people so into the law. Okay, so in each and every stage of the legislative procedure, the voice of the citizen, it is a curricular element, because the law is making for the peoples, so their advice and their favor in support of law is also necessary. Okay, so next thing is laws and dissent. Okay, so that means sometime the parliament passes law and that become very unpopular. Okay, that means unpopular means peoples do not like this law, and they do not some peoples want that, some peoples don't want it. Okay, so it is possible that the law is constitutionally valid or legal, but it cannot be unpopular or unacceptable to the peoples. So this is because people think that the intention behind the law is unfair or harmful. So peoples began to criticize the law and hold public meeting and write articles in the newspaper, report, TV news channels, etc. for send their voice or view for the parliament. So at that time, people even approach the court, and the court has been power to modify or cancel a law if it is find that the law is not in accordance with the constitution. Okay, so when citizens notice that there is any problem, there are some problems in the law, and if they can exploit them, the rules in the law can exploit the peoples or a community or any religious practice, any other problem. Okay, so according to the demand of the peoples, the court has the right to cancel or to eliminate the law from the constitution. Okay, so this was a small chapter. Okay, very least topic. So I hope you all understand this. Thank you.